Hello you guys and welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here. I have missed y'all to say the least. I have not uploaded in so long. School has just been taking all of my time, but I'm so happy to be back, so happy to be filming. I have made some more new realistic goals for the channel, so I'm very excited moving forward. So I most likely am going to be posting one good video a week for the next couple months and then see if I can kind of build on that, since I have been struggling to upload twice a week. And then because I've been struggling to upload twice a week, I've been getting really discouraged. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to make a more realistic goal that I feel like I can really attain. And that would be one video a week for now, along with one video over on my vlog channel. But today we are going to be talking about MLM fails from one company and one company only. And that's why I had to bring out the red flag. Today we are going to be talking about the MLM company Beachbody, or now it's called Bodi. And the reason we're going to be talking about them today is, number one, I've been getting sent so much content about Beachbody, and I think the main reason for this is because of Summit that just happened. So Summit just happened for Beachbody and a bunch of new things came out. They are talking and announcing new things that they are going to be releasing this year. But first we are going to be reacting to an MLM fail that is actually on Beachbody's Instagram. They announced that they are going to be coming out with a new program, and this is very similar and reminds me of the gut health program that they came out with, which I made an entire video going into the corporate call that they had about this. So I'm hoping I can also get access to the call from corporate for this program when it happens. But this program is set to come out in December. So let's see what the program is about. And it's again from our infamous super trainer, Autumn Calabrese, which I find to be very problematic. And clearly everyone else is finding this individual and this program to be problematic. And you guys will see why I say that in a minute. So here we go.
I don't feel the way that I know I'm supposed to feel.
A lot of irritability,
disrupted sleep.
I have constant brain fog.
Just feeling like I'm fighting against my own body.
When I looked for a solution to these problems, I just felt like there must be a puzzle piece missing. This is your 12-week answer to the frustrating symptoms of hormone imbalance. The major puzzle pieces are the nutrition, the fitness, the stress management, and the supplements. You've got to address the nutrition. Our body is literally made up of everything we eat. That's one puzzle piece. Next is the fitness. A complete fitness program combining strength training and Pilates on the door track that mimic both the Pilates Cadillac and Reformer machines. Then there's easy to follow breath work, proven to help with stress management. And then the supplements were also a really important part for blood sugar support and stress management. If you really want to improve the balance of your hormones, you got to take a comprehensive approach. And this is comprehensive in every way. You can feel better. That power is in your hands. This is Belvital.
So the caption of this post states, "It's time to feel like yourself again, because this will change everything. Say hello to Belvital." I hope I said that right. The game-changing hormone health solution for women, crafted by a woman. If you've been feeling off, suffering through symptoms like low energy, bloat, hot flashes, mood swings, and difficulty losing weight, and searching everywhere for answers, it's time to reclaim your balance. A complete solution is on its way, brought to you by Autumn Calabrese, with movement designed to strengthen, scientifically supported nutrition that fuels and heals, 2 new and proprietary supplements, and stress management techniques. This is it. It's what your hormones and overall health have been looking for, and it's coming this December. But sign up today at belvital.com for exclusive updates along the way. I feel like I have so much to say about Beachbody coming out with a program that is for hormone imbalances and seeing them promote it towards that. Number one, there is no one size fits all with hormone imbalances. Every human is different. Every woman is different. Not everyone has the same hormone imbalances or dealing with the same hormonal issues. And most people will go to a professional to get this diagnosed, because the process to diagnosing or even checking if someone has a hormone imbalance includes things like blood work, saliva testing, and this can also include talking with a medical professional about symptoms that you're having. And there's ways to go about seeing if you are having a hormonal issue. The way not to do it is following a program online that is built with this one size fits fits all mentality. Looking into this program, it's talking about the fitness program involving Pilates, strength, and cardio. And it's mainly talking about 2 hormone supplements that they're going to be releasing with this program. First hormone supplement that they are going to release is called the Daily Hormone and Stress Support. They state that it's a game changer in helping combat the effects of stress and helping support hormone health. And the second supplement is a daily metabolism and blood sugar support supplement. And they state it helps enhance the body's natural fat burning mechanisms, promoting a healthy metabolism and mitigating blood sugar spikes following meals. Again, definitely should not be taking supplements from a random fitness company online, let alone an MLM company. Because what we're going to see happen is so many claims are going to happen with this program. So many people are going to come out that work for Beachbody, aka the MLM reps, and they're going to start claiming a lot of things about this program with hormone health and stuff like that. But in my opinion, you should receive individualized help from a medical professional. And I do know that can be expensive. It can be expensive to go into the doctor and be like, hey, I'd like to get my hormone tested. But in my opinion, that is always going to be the safer route, going to a medical professional, not listening to this one-size-fits-all program. Because again, it's not a one-size-fits-all. Hormones are not. And I'm so sick of seeing specifically this company and this individual in particular, Autumn Calabrese, releasing programs meant to go after things that women are struggling with. I feel like this company really hones in on, hey, what are women struggling with? And let's see how we can maximize our profits. AKA 2 years ago when they came out with the gut health protocol. Gut health was really a term that was being talked about a lot during that time and clearly is still being talked about a lot. But now hormone imbalances are being talked about a lot, and it's making this program, or it's making this company release a program to, in my opinion, take advantage of women who are going through issues with their hormones, which a lot of women are. So this program is supposed to release in December, and normally they do a corporate call where I am definitely going to be reviewing everything for you guys and posting a video on that. Best believe that I will be doing that. So if you see any content on this program and you'd like to send it to me, please send it to my email. I will leave that down below and I will add that to the deep dive that I do plan on doing. But I did want to go through the FAQ that they have. So they do have an FAQ where it talks about the program. So they say that this program is going to be 12 weeks. It's going to do things like Pilates, strength training. They're going to use a core ball and dumbbells. They're also going to use their portion control containers, which I already find problematic. I've talked about that before. And those 2 new supplements, which again, in my opinion, you should not be taking random supplements from a random fitness company without seeing if those supplements are going to be good for you and good for your body and not going to interact with any medications that you're currently taking. I also found it interesting in the FAQ that they actually put like a FAQ question of who is Autumn Calabrese, and they say that Autumn Calabrese is a creator of 4 Weeks for Everybody and 21-Day Fix, as well as other breakthrough fitness programs, the nutrition program, the 4-week gut protocol, Fixate, and the Portion Fix eating plan. She's a certified hormone health coach through the Institute of Integrative Nutrition and has held certifications from NASM and AFPA. She spent 2 years doing research, getting certified, and going through the trial and error to both heal herself and create this program to help women who are suffering just like her, all to make sure women see results and that their bodies feel as they should. So I definitely think that this could be a scary thought that they are having an individual like this going out there and making programs like this, but saying, well, she's certified as a hormone coach, which what does that even entail? What did her certification entail? What did she go through? How long was the training? Like I would like to know those details because I don't think it's sufficient enough for everything that goes into checking a woman's hormones and trying to see if they have imbalances. So I actually wanted to go through the comments because I thought the comments were so eye-opening. There were so many people, and I'm telling you, right when you click on the comments of this post from Bodi's account, you can actually see that the first 50 comments are not good. They're not good comments. So the first comment is, what medical doctors were involved in putting this together? My thought exactly. Number 2, a few thoughts. What specific hormones are we balancing? How do we know what we are taking via supplements if they're hidden behind proprietary blends? Is Autumn an endocrinologist? Why are we preying on women and applying a one-size-fits-all approach to something that's so individualized? So this comment, I feel like, was the comment that I 100% agreed with the most. Like out of all of the comments, this one was, I was like shaking my head. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's exactly what I've been thinking and saying about these one-size-fits-all programs that are not made for individual people, which again, for hormone issues, that should be individualized to the specific person, and then it should have a medical professional behind that. The next comment says, I love everything Bodi does. This is clearly someone that loves Beachbody, but the programs are amazing, but I'm not sure about this one. You should really be consulting a doctor and blood work maybe, but everyone's singing the same song they did when Gut Health Protocol came out. So for that post, I actually forgot that I went to the comments and looked at them. So for the post that I said I 100% agreed with, these are some of the comments that people were saying. Someone said she took a 9-month course from an unaccredited institution, so she's basically a doctor now. Someone else said this is the question every woman should be asking before even thinking about using supplements being commercialized for one-size-fits-all programs. Another one says, I totally agree. Being in menopause with thyroid problems, I needed a customized approach and several blood tests. With supervised hormotherapy, I will never trust someone with no medical background. And I'm like, I found this comment to be just like claps all around, because that is so true, that a lot of individuals need that extra individualized work. They need to get blood work done. They need to see what's actually going on, and then they need to see the routes that they can take for it, and all that needs to be done behind a medical professional. Someone else said, a celebrity trainer is unqualified to produce a program like this. Buyers beware. People who need this type of thing should be consulting a licensed professional, not a super trainer. Cue the coaches, partners, claiming they feel the way they should with this program as if they did not say that very same thing with every other crazy launch. No thanks, you guys need to stay in your lane, and this ain't it. I 100% agree. And then there was a bunch of comments under this with people talking about specific hormone things. So someone said everybody in perimenopause is imbalanced and there's no getting the hormones back once it declines. BHRT will help, but requires a medical team, not a trainer, who likely hasn't experienced the wild ride of heading into menopause. Another comment is, my hope is before embarking on a hormone supplement, blood work test is needed to ensure what is needed. Not everyone will have the same hormone problems or any problems that require a one-size-fits-all supplement. So again, I don't agree with this program. I don't like it. I am not excited for this program to come out, because I think it's going to lead to a lot of misinformation. I think it's going to lead to individuals being harmed by the program when it comes to individuals who are actually going through hormone imbalances. And I think it's going to take a lot of money away from people. And then with the claims, like I was stating, I think that a lot of MLM reps are going to be making claims about this, because that's what they do. They see a program, they listen to their uplines, they listen to the trainers because they trust and believe everything that they are saying, and then they go out and spew that information that a lot of the time is misinformation and is not correct for the average public. So again, I don't like this program. I don't like who its intended audience is, which again is women. They are always going after women, and then vulnerable populations, women who are going through very vulnerable times, which individuals who are dealing with hormone imbalances are going through vulnerable situations, and they are in a position where they need medical help, not someone preying on them for a fitness program. Now we're going to go into the next MLM fail, and this one talks more about money. So I called this the money person in my notes. Let's see what she has to say. And this person is at Summit when they are taking this video.
Guys, good morning. So we just finished a group workout with our team, our downline here. I'm not sure how many were here, but probably at least like 100 of us. And it's just so invigorating. We just kind of found a spot outside where we could just kind of all be together. One of the girls on our team led the workout, and it was just so fun because we didn't have any like structured group workouts for today. So just doing this together it's just such a thrill, you know, like you work out at home alone, but we're never really alone. And I wanted to share just a little thought that I had last night when we were at dinner. So last night I shared, it was our leadership night. So it was like a special night that we earned. There was 30 of us there. And because there was 30 of us, like we couldn't sit at tables together. So our team leaders kind of broke us up into tables of 10. So we had 3 tables, but they made sure that they mixed us in a way that like we were kind of with people that we don't really know. Like I was with a table full of people from Minnesota, like I never would have known. And what I really loved about that is one thing that she wanted us to share was, one, like what were something that we were proud of in our business in the last 6 months since January, but 2, what is our goal for the rest of the year, but why? And what really hit me is everybody's why. So yes, like together, like for what we do, of course we have a heart to serve. We want to help people. You know, we're just truly sharing what has worked in our lives and what has changed our lives and impacted us. Like that is the core. But our bottom line, we all said income, right? Like we all want that extra income for our family, that that other stream coming in. And because not only is that creating an income, but it's also changing our family's life by us getting healthy and being able to do this from home, right? And having more of that time flexibility without having to be out of the home more to make more money. And like that really hit me because I don't talk about the income enough. Like the income has definitely impacted our family's life. We have been enough. Like the income has definitely impacted our family's life. We have been able to take more trips. We, took the kids to Disney last year, and we're taking them again as a Christmas present this year. And these things could not have happened if I wasn't doing this, if we didn't have this extra income coming in, like inflation since COVID has been crazy, prices are just astronomical. And like who doesn't need a little bit of extra money? And if it's making money to get you healthy, then like even more of the benefit, right? So I set a goal right then and there. When I heard everybody say income, I'm like, you know what? If we all want this extra income, there are other women out there craving that too, who would love this community, who would love to get paid to get healthy, who would just love to have the supplemental income for their family, and it could truly change their family's life. So I set a goal right then and there in my mind that I'm going to bring 5 women who are going to qualify for this leadership night next year, because what that means is not only are they changing their lives for the better to get healthy, but they're also making an income and an impact on their family's, bottom line and their budget. And that is what I want. I really want to help women change their life in the same way that this has changed my life. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring 5 women with me. And if you want to be one of them, then reach out. Let's do this together. Let's link arms. We are not in this alone. We are going to do this side by side every step of the way. And I would love for you to be one of those women. So reach out and let's chat.
Oh, I don't know why I felt like sad watching this individual speak, because I can see how much she really believes in Beachbody, and she believes that it's something that's going to get people where they want to go. And a lot of people that join this MLM or MLMs in general are really trying to make extra income. They're trying to do things like stay at home with their kids, or they're trying to just bring in extra income. So this time, especially past COVID with inflation, everything that's happening, it's definitely a very difficult time for people. And it just made me so sad to see, because I imagine that this individual and other individuals that went to this summit, that were sitting at that table and talking, she clearly said that the bottom line of what everyone said, their whys, their reasons why they joined Beachbody, why they keep doing it, is that income part. They want to make more income. And it's sad because I know that most of them won't. I know that most of these people who join this company will not get to a point where they are in profit with their MLM, and they're going to continue to take time and they're going to continue to put money into the MLM without making a lot in return. And it really sucks to see, and it sucks to watch this continuous system of an MLM, like people going in, people leaving. There's always people going back into that MLM. No matter how many people leave, it's constantly being refilled with people who don't know much about MLMs, who don't know the facts about MLMs, the fact that most people don't make an income, or most people don't make a profit at the end of the day with MLMs. So it's really sad to just see that so many people are going through a difficult time, and they're going to see individuals talk about these companies, and they're going to join them because they may be at a point where they are seeking that extra income. They may be struggling. And so it's just really sad to see that all of the women who sat there at that table, the upline, had them all sit around, and that's what they said. They said that the bottom line is that they want income, and that's just a sad reality, knowing what I know and knowing that that's not going to happen. So if you are at all curious, look up Beachbody's income disclosure statement, look at the statistics of how many people don't make an income, and at the end of the day, how many people don't make a profit. Just this summit trip, I guarantee people spent well over $1,000, and that's not including all the food they buy, the supplements they may buy, because Beachbody loves to open up this entire store of supplements and clothes for you to purchase. But just the hotel and the airfare to get to these trips are so expensive. Just that alone, most people aren't going to see a profit after taking the time to go there. But most people in Beachbody and in most MLMs are guilt tripped into going to these trips by their upline stating, well, I guess you just don't want it. I guess you just don't want to up your business. I guess you just don't want to make an income, because going to these trips are what's going to do it, and most people get guilted into it. So unfortunately, most people aren't going to see a profit, especially after trips like this. I also did find it interesting how she mentioned who doesn't need extra money to get healthy. And I do hear this a lot with fitness MLMs, that they attribute getting into that fitness MLM as getting paid to get healthy. And that's not the reality of it. Yes, you may join Beachbody and you may start working on your fitness journey. That's completely separate though. Like working on your fitness journey and then getting paid are two separate things. And just because you may use their programs and you may see results with them doesn't mean that you're also making money off of it, because it's not like you're being hired as an employee. Like, for example, Autumn, she is making programs and she is staying fit and she's getting paid to do so because she's getting paid as a trainer. In my opinion, MLMs do not value their reps. They don't value them at all, and that's why they don't pay them. They just pay them a small amount of commission and then hope that the reps don't ever catch on to the fact that they aren't making money. So that was just a sad one for me to watch, in all honesty. So now we're going to move on to the next MLM fail. Now this one is just interesting to me. I see this trend, and I love to point out trends in things that I'm seeing with MLMs. So this one starts off with an Instagram story post, and then it goes into a couple minutes of this individual talking. So she writes, a little nap time work sesh. Choosing to do this over mindless scrolling, TV watching, or you name it, in these power pockets of time is exactly how I built this business 9 years ago. That's a long time ago to be like in an MLM. That shows that you most likely have a decent upline if that's how long ago you joined, or a decent downline. Then she said it's the small amounts of time that have had significant impact on the growth and success I've had, now allowing me to do what I currently do and be home. So let's see what she has to say. I'm gonna try and like 1.25 speed it.
I was just talking with a girlfriend this morning at the park, and we were talking about, you know, what we're going to do when our kids are in school full time. I have some time to go before that happens because Ellie's 2, right? But we talked about how this business has been able to be weaved into every season of my life. When I first started, it was prior to me being a mom. It was actually prior to me being married. And I started this business in just the tiniest cracks of my day. I was working a corporate job, 60 plus hours a week. It was a very demanding job, and good career, but I was working it just in over my lunch breaks and, before bed. And then that transitioned once I had kids to while I was pumping or while I was rocking my baby that refused. And I'd be rocking them to sleep for hours because my boys were not great sleepers. Or I would be doing it over my lunch break. And it has always been work that I have really, truly craved to do. Seeing the direct impact that you get to have in someone's life and the direct impact that also has on your family is something that is really, really pulls at my heartstrings and I'm really passionate about. So it's been work that I've always wanted to do. But when I started, I had very minimal time. And I just carved out those power pockets, really, of time. And that's what I used to build this business. So I did that throughout the years, and as I was able to come home to my babies full time and leave my corporate job once I had Eliana, and now that my summers are with the kids, with them home full time now, it's almost like I'm back to those starting days where my schedule is like a 60-hour, but it's also like, I don't know, 100-hour, I don't know how many hours. But being a full-time stay-at-home mom is a 100% on-demand job, 24/7, right? But I'm using those power pockets like I have right now, like I have after my kids go to bed or before they wake up is actually my preference, to work this business because I crave it. I enjoy it. I want to make a difference in other women's lives. It helps hold me accountable. And it provides for my family, right? And so I was just kind of having like a aha reflection moment of like how blessed it is to be able to have a company and have a business out there that you can tweak at the flip of a dime how often or how little you want to work. And whether you want to do this full time like I do, or you want to do it alongside your corporate job or your teaching job or whatever. And maybe I have teachers on my team that are teachers and they, their slower time in this business is the time that they're teaching. And then their summers are able to pour more time into it. However your life is, you are the designer of your time and your energy and the time that you want to put in this business. And I just think, I don't know, I guess I'm having a moment of gratitude for that, that I have this freedom to do that. And I can put in the time that I want when I want, and I get what I get out of that based on what I put in. And I've just built systems and platforms and a team that has allowed me now to still put in the work, but to do it on a very part-time schedule like I am right now.
I'm trying like very nonchalantly to wave the red flag. Number one was in the story that I read. I am over it. I am over people in MLMs talking about this mindlessly scrolling or watching television. I'm sorry, but can people just mindlessly scroll and watch television? Like or read? Some people love reading. Maybe that's not even television. I have friends that all they want to do is read their Kindle and read their books and like have that time to themselves where they're in bed reading or in bed watching TV, or they enjoy their nightly scroll or doing the Wordle at night, which I know I do. Especially, I know when I'm having a hard week, like recently I've had a couple hard weeks with an uptick in school and just things that I've had to do. And it's been very, very, very stressful. And the thing that helps me is coming home, getting in bed and watching TV. And that is my time to decompress. That is the thing that I do to kind of take my stress level and bring it down. Or I sometimes will take a whole day where I can just relax on the couch in some pajamas, eat some snacks and watch some TV. And I feel like that's my favorite thing to do when it's a hard day, or just for self-care, which I feel like everyone should be doing on a weekly basis. So I want people in MLMs to recognize that watching TV, taking time for you, having that self-care day, doing whatever it is that makes you happy and that breathes life into you after a hard week. Because let me tell you, most of us are having hard weeks with work, with school and stuff like that. I feel like taking that time to yourself can be so crucial for someone, especially their mental and physical well-being. So I don't like this whole guilt trip. I don't like guilting people into not scrolling on social media and not watching television and making people feel guilty and bad and like they're a bad person and they're not doing enough because they're watching TV. I just don't understand that mindset or where that's coming from and why it's being spewed so much in MLMs. And I guess I could attribute it to the fact that she talked about pockets of time. Well, I can work in pockets of time. So she's going to use instead of watching TV, I can just work. Well, sometimes we shouldn't just work all day, every day. We shouldn't just constantly work in every little pocket of times. For example, new moms, when their baby's napping, they might want to take a nap too. Like they're exhausted after birth and, taking care of newborns. And this individual and her team really gear their content towards moms and new mothers and stuff like that. So I just want people to realize that it's okay. It's okay to have a day. It's okay to sit on the couch and watch TV all day. It's okay to mindlessly scroll in the evening because you had a hard day at work and you just don't feel like doing any more work on top of that. And I think we really need to work on not guilting people into working 24/7, because I don't think that will necessarily be healthy long-term for someone's mental or physical well-being. With that, and when I started waving this beautiful red flag of mine that I've had for like the past 4 years, shout out to Cece for giving it to me, but the thing that she said was, I have built systems and a team that has allowed me now to still put in the work, but to do it on a very part-time schedule like I do now. Now, why did she say this, everybody? Why? This means that she built such a large team of people under her that she doesn't really have to do the work anymore. She does not have to work as hard or put much work into her MLM, because instead of her working endlessly, she has a list of people, a huge group of people in her downline that can work for her and make her paycheck. So I know I've always talked about, if you've watched any video, which I have a lot of them, any videos talking about Beachbody, but the way that these reps make a lot of their money, if you were to look at their paycheck breakdown, which I have looked at some of them because some people have showed it in their team calls, so I've been able to actually show what that income breakdown has looked like. But that income breakdown, where the money's coming from, is that team cycle bonus. And the way that you're going to earn team cycle bonus is when your team is buying, selling, and recruiting people. So this means that most reps don't have to put the work in anymore to receive like separate commissions as where most of their money is coming from, because they're seeing such a high paycheck just from team cycle bonuses. Like I'm telling you, I have seen people's paycheck where they made $100 in commission, but they've made $5,000 in their team cycle bonus. And that's because they have so many people in their downline that are doing the work for them to where they don't have to work. They can actually do self-care and stuff, but then they push on to the people in their downline that they just can't do those things. They can't do self-care. They can't take time for themselves because they have to be working. This kind of goes into the next MLM fail, because at the end of this person's video, she talked about the person we just watched. So it looks like these individuals are like partners. They work together in their MLM, and explains a lot on why I see a lot of similar things with their content and the things that they both say. So we're going to listen to just a little bit of what this person is saying. It's a pretty long video, so we'll cut it off at some point, but I just want to point out the similarities of what they're saying.
Hey, It has already been a day filled with busy but fun things. Started his goalie training this morning, and we were up bright and early. And if you saw my post earlier, I shared that while he was on the ice, I was able to use my time wisely and pour into my business. It's choosing to do just that, pour into my business in those pockets of time where instead I could be strolling, insert any store, or mindlessly scrolling social media that both will get me nowhere. But instead choosing to pour into a business that allows me to have this flexibility in my schedule to bring him to goalie camp at 6 a.m. and to be home with the boys and to homeschool them throughout the school year. And it's through consistency that I continue to show up that has progressively built the business foundation that I have. It is just, a few simple things that most of us do day in and day out without even realizing, but being a little bit more intentional about it. And the benefit of that is this freedom of time and this schedule that I get to create. So while I was sitting there at my little mobile office, the ice rink in St. Michael, I just was feeling like this sense of pride and like fulfillment that because I chose to put my health and wellness first, it has morphed into what it is now, a thriving business that allows me to provide for my family in a flexible financial way and also in the flexibility of time.
Okay, so I'm going to stop it there because I'm seeing the trends. So number one, she said, it's choosing to put time into my business and use my time wisely. It's choosing to do just that in those pockets of time. So that pockets of time that we were talking about, where instead I could be strolling, insert any store, so like strolling through a store or mindlessly scrolling social media, that both will get me nowhere. Again, there's nothing wrong with mindlessly scrolling. Like, can I just, like right now, right when I'm filming this, if any of y'all watch Love Island UK is on, okay? And Casa Amor, like the results, and I'm over here like refreshing because I'm like very excited to see. I like that scrolling because it's entertaining, it's entertainment. I'm watching a show, I'm scrolling, like that's an enjoyable thing to do. And also my favorite thing for me, my best friends here in Texas to do is have a girls' day. We go get like seafood boils and then we go stroll through stores and find things that we have been looking for, buy gifts for like future birthdays, whatever. And sometimes we buy nothing. We just like to stroll in a store. And that is time for me and my friends to bond and build relationships. And also like scrolling social media could be some time for self-care after a very long day. So people can do things that bring them joy and not be made to feel guilty or that they should just like constantly be working on something like an MLM. I think that people who follow this individual and the other individual, they end up joining because they feel guilty, like they feel like they're not doing enough or they feel like they're not giving enough to their families. And it's because they're watching, constant videos like this where they're sort of, in my opinion, being like guilted into joining an MLM and being told that they're not doing enough, when in all actuality, things like self-care, things like strolling in a store, if that makes you happy, should be what you are doing. And being the best you that you can be mentally and physically is actually what's going to help you do everything that you can for yourself and your family and your future. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. And then she did say fulfillment, to put my health and wellness first, has morphed into a thriving business. Again, this is kind of what the other person said, not the person that's her partner, but someone else in that talked about the money aspect in this video. And I find that maybe that's a trend that's going on. Like, are they saying we are fulfilled to our health and fitness, and that's what got us to have a thriving business? So they're correlating putting my health and fitness first equals making a bunch of money, which is not true. And I've already talked about that. But I'm assuming that this is a trend that we're going to be seeing more people talking about in Beachbody, because that's from two separate people, just in some emails that I got, people sending me these MLM fails. And lastly, we are going to be looking at a Beachbody person claiming, making some claims about Shakeology. So let's hear what she has to say.
One day into the launch of Body Lava. This is what we're here for, ladies. 20 minutes a day That's what I can give this summer, because I'm enjoying my kids, I'm enjoying my family, I'm enjoying my time, I'm enjoying my work. 20 minutes is what I'm doing, and I'm here for it, and the results, they are on point. And you guys, you don't need to work out all of the time for so long. Your body just really needs 20 minutes. So that launches tomorrow. Number one. Number two, the Shakeology ingredient has changed a bit. I've always prided myself in Shakeology because it is the best dense nutrition you can put in your body. If you're always like, oh, what am I going to eat? What am I going to do? If your weight fluctuates, Shakeology is for you. It is jam-packed with whole foods, good nutrition. And I love how they do have low sugar, but now today they have launched one with 0 added sugar. And thirdly, working the business. It was so neat this year watching our team continue to grow. Did you see all the ladies that were there? That's not even our entire team. Those were just the women who were like, I'm going to go to San Antonio and be celebrated at this convention and to learn more and to grow. So our team is full of women who work full time, who work part-time. Our moms, I would say 99.9% of them. There's one gal on the team who isn't having kids, and that's her jam, but she works full-time, and it was just, I just can't even explain it. Anyways, so if you're interested in learning more about what it is that I do, how you can earn extra income, how you can work on your health. Okay, I kept talking and this stopped. I just got so excited. So if you're interested in Body Lava, if you're interested in the 0 added Shako, or if you're interested in joining my team, the next slide, you can let me know and then we'll connect. But next year, our team was huge this year. We are going to double that next year. And I just cannot wait to link arms with so many women who just want something for themselves. Again, whether if you want to earn extra income, you want to do it for your own health and wellness, you want to pay it forward, or that community, this is for you. It's for you.
I find it so interesting that I feel like the number one people that Beachbody is going after now is moms. Like the amount of content I get sent that surrounds recruiting mothers is wild. Like it's astronomical. Like that is the group of people I am seeing recruited the most currently, like in this moment, the most. I know we talk about other groups that could be susceptible to MLMs, like military spouses, college students, things like that. But right now, currently, I feel like a lot of Beachbody reps are going after these mothers, these new moms and stuff like that, which I find very interesting and sad and horrible. But the thing I really want to talk about here with this person is the Shakeology aspect. Beachbody did just announce at their convention that they're going to be coming out with a 0 added sugar Shakeology. I'm assuming that's going to have a lot of people talking about how important the shakes are. But when this individual was talking about it, the thing I did not agree with was when she said, if you're wondering what to eat or if your weight fluctuates, Shakeology is for you. It's filled with whole foods and good nutrition. So if you are wondering what to eat, look up actual food. Like Shakeology is not a meal replacement. Shakeology is considered a protein shake. It's not a meal replacement to the food that you should already be eating. And if you want advice on, foods you can eat, things that are easy for prep, things that you can meal prep, there's Pinterest, there's Google, there's a lot of websites that show really good stuff that you could be eating or things that you could be implementing into your meals that are healthy but affordable. So you don't need a protein shake in order to figure out what to eat, because this isn't a meal replacement. A lot of people use it as one, and it is not. It does not have enough calories in it to be considered a meal replacement and to be a healthy meal replacement for you. On top of that, if you are having issues with fluctuating weight, a protein shake is not going to be end all be all or a cure. Now, first off, most women, their weight already fluctuates. It's just a very normal thing. It's very normal for our weight to fluctuate. I mean, the human population in general, very common for your weight to fluctuate, but especially when it comes to women, because that's who this person is trying to recruit, and mothers at that, our weight will fluctuate during specific times. For example, during our menstrual cycle, our weight's going to fluctuate. Or if we are retaining a lot of the water that we're drinking an excess amount of water or a lot of water or hydrating a lot. That could cause weight to fluctuate. There are many different things that could cause someone's weight to fluctuate, and it's normal. It's common. It's not something that needs to be cured or fixed. It's a very, very, very normal thing that needs to be normalized. Our weight's not always going to be the same. I know for myself, I can get on a scale today and be 5 pounds less than I was a week ago. It just depends on, is it that time of month for me? I'm drinking a ton of water or retaining a ton of water. So it really just depends. So if you are, though, having issues with extreme weight gain or extreme weight loss, that is a time to, again, get assessed by a medical professional. This goes back to the hormone imbalancing thing. If you are having an issue with your hormones, go get it assessed by a medical professional to ensure that everything is okay. Do not assume or think that Shakeology is just going to fix your weight fluctuating, because again, that's normal, or that it is a meal replacement. It is not. Now, you can also find protein shakes for way more affordable anywhere else. There are great protein shakes out there that you can get for under $40. You don't have to spend $130 every 30 days on a protein shake. Well, there are companies out there that sell great protein shakes that are very good for you. They don't have all that added sugar and stuff, and then they're going to be way more affordable for the average person to purchase. In my opinion, while Shakeology can be a decent snack for individuals who may need a snack, but they want something like protein-based, they like having a protein shake, it can be a decent snack for that, but you can also find other ways to intake your protein, and you can find other protein shakes at a more affordable price. All of that being said, let me know how y'all liked today's video. If you made it this far in the video, what emoji do we want? Do we want to leave the sun emoji because it's super sunny outside and it's summertime? Yeah, leave the sun emoji in the comments down below if you made it this far. So, which MLM fail interests you guys the most? For me, the thing that I felt the most frustrated with was definitely the hormone imbalancing program, or hormone balancing program, I should say. I have so many issues with that, but I want to make a dedicated video about that. I kind of just briefly went through a lot of the issues with this program and talked about a lot of the issues that the public are having with this program in the comments. But that's definitely the thing that frustrated me the most, and I will definitely keep you guys updated on that. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. All of you that are still here on my channel, I love you guys so much. I know my content has been all over the place with when I'm uploading, especially the last 3 months. Thank you so much for sticking along and understanding my very busy school schedule. I was going to class 4 days a week, so I'm taking 12 semester hours in the summer, which is just wild for me to do, but it's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get done with my program in a much shorter time, but the class that was twice a week actually ended. It was only a 4-week class, and that was what really stressed me out the last couple of weeks with all the final stuff I had to do for that and the final exams and the final papers. So now I'm commuting 2 days a week, and I'm down to 3 classes for the month of July, and then I have 2 weeks off in August, and then in August, or the end of August and September, I start practicum. I start working with actual clients, which is wild to say that and wild to think. So life's definitely going to be wild there. I'm going to do my best to prep everything in advance, like do my best in July and those 2 weeks that I have off in August. Aside from my little brother and my niece coming to visit, I'm going to do my best to prep out as much content for the fall time, even if it's just scripting that content. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see. The next video I actually have that I'm like very excited for is next week. I'm going to be doing 1 video a week right now, and that's going to be the problem with TikTok mommy vloggers. Be on the lookout for that. I'll see y'all in next week's video. And because they just pay them a small amount of so Shakeology did, or Beachbody, a group of women, or delete that, didn't start my audio. I think I got everything I need. A red flag, my cell phone, my water, my chapstick, and my comb to brush out my waves. Hello, you haven't done this in a while.